That way we can hear him snivel about being late. Odin, we're live.
We wanted to talk tonight about Timmy.
Yeah. Timmy Harper. Oh, crap. I got to get it from Discord.
Tim did an audit today, or he didn't actually do an audit. He video recorded for the audit. I didn't get to see the video, so I don't have a lot to say about it other than I don't know what kind of audit was it. Sasquatch? Was it just a First Amendment audit, or were there some guns involved?
Well, there were some guns involved. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw parts of it, and it looked like they were just arguing with the cops, so I just left. But yeah, there's his. For those that watched it, what's up, Slacker?
It says he can't post on social media about firearms or pending charges.
Well, I guess it was his buddy's stream. So he didn't really, he was just filming it for him. Hey, Pilot. Did you watch Timmy's stream?
Seems a little risky. I mean, I'd be afraid that the court might interpret that as, live streaming to YouTube, whether it was your channel or someone else's, you're still doing it.
Yeah. Hey, AK Twin Mommy. But yeah, I mean, it seems like he might have broken one of those or two.
Hi, Anon. Hi, everybody in the chat.
Yeah. I posted a link if you want to get in on this. This is what we're starting to talk about. Since it was handy. Thanks to Frog for posting this earlier.
Right. So this is his conditions for his probation, or it's for his bond. He's not on probation yet, or, he hasn't settled the case yet. So he's just out on bond. Let me go check and see if I can see when his next court date is. I'm going to go look. I'll be here, but let me go look.
Okay. But I got a little rant to do a little later. Kim J. We need to start shunning these people like Mouse and their rapists and all these child molesters that we got in here and in this community. I mean, drives me nuts that they're in here. And all the people that back them. I just don't understand why they do.
It's been kind of shocking to me, too. But, we all believed in these people at one time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and thieves, like, extra good citizen. I mean,
yeah, that's really that's just really a big black eye for auditors, and any potential donations that they, may have been able to collect
Yeah,
to have done this woman the way they did.
I've asked for donations once, and that was at Leon Valley, and that was to get water for everybody because it was freaking hot down there, as you remember.
It was 100 degrees, maybe like 103.
Yeah, it was freaking hot. And then the water guy, he just opened up. He said, "Here, if you guys need water, just come and get it." He sponsored it. I guess. I mean, that was just awesome of him.
So let's get this story. What Extra Gross Citizen is telling. He's telling the story that he was up for going to post the bond as long as someone gave him the money for auto. The ladies sent him the money, according to him. He paid the bond, and then they refused it. So he had to wait on a check for however long. And when he had the check, they meet up in Rockwall for the Rockwall chalk wall thing or whatever it was, where they all showed up over
Well,
there.
wasn't it missing like $800? It
Yeah,
was
for some
73.
reason, right? For some reason, the bondsman kept a bunch of money for whatever reason. I have no idea. It, it,
I
it
mean,
is
if he's not posting the bond, he's supposed to give it all back. I mean,
so. And even his story is they go to the bank. He tries to give it to her there, but the bank won't take the check into her account directly. And I guess he didn't have checks of his own to be able to write her there. I don't know why he couldn't have just written her a check, deposited in his own account, and then written a check, and it would have all moved around eventually.
well,
So even he says he
he,
tried to give the money back to her, but he couldn't, and now he won't. So I don't understand I really don't get it. I don't understand where he decided that it was money that he needed to give back, and now it's not.
yeah, I mean, and what? Oh, he said he put it into his 401k account. No, I'm sorry, but I've never been able to put anything into my 401k account unless it went from the guy I was working for into there, you know, a
Yeah,
prearranged
I don't
amount that
understand that
was.
at all. I don't understand why it went into that account at all. That's weird.
Amen, slacker. That was my little rant earlier.
But like I said, even according to him, he tried to give it back to her. He wasn't able to give it back to her. And then somewhere in the middle of that, he decided he didn't have to give it back to her.
Where's Odin?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean, well, and she said this is for Otto's bail, not for Extra Good Citizen to go gallivant across the country. I mean, I just it's unbelievable to me.
Well, I don't know who made him think that it was a good idea to just keep the rest of it. I don't know. That just
And
that's ridiculous.
and then Patty's in there just throwing giving Extra Good Citizen all the praise in the world, and then at the rally down here for Jack, you got that little snippet that Furry had of, yeah, did I do all right? Well, yeah, it's debatable, but given the context and the way Patty is such a shady little bastard, yeah, I can imagine that's exactly what they were talking about.
Well, Patrick was either involved in the transaction or he wasn't. He either has, an interest in the transaction or he has none for him to even be able to speak about it. His story is either I never saw the money and had nothing to do with it, or he has all this information. What did you know? What did you know? When did you know it? And it just, the whole thing makes him sound like he's involved.
Oh yeah, and according to him, all he did was get a plane ticket from them. Well, why are you still commenting then, Patty? Why are you all up in the middle of this? Yeah, I mean, and if Monkey was supposed to get some, uh, he would have found a way to get the money back to her if he really wanted to.
Well, people can do whatever they want with their money, and he can call it a donation and do whatever they're going to do, which seems to be a pattern with these types of people. But, I guess at the end of the day, everybody just needs to be aware of who they give their money to and do research into these people because, the information's out there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I like the way Wolfman did it. I mean, he was getting done when we were going for the bales for everybody, in that Leon Valley. I mean, he kept track of it, you know, was upfront about whatever he got when, what's he spending it on. I mean,
It was a model in how to do things the right way.
absolutely.
Well, Lou's mad.
Is he? Lou's always mad.
Oh my gosh, I woke up real early this morning, like I don't know, 3 in the morning or something, and there's nothing to do, so I'm looking for something to watch, and that they had a panel stream, Tammy and I guess Tammy had it, but he had Lou, and at one point he had Caroline on there, so I put it on 2 times speed, and I kind of skipped through it, and I mean, every problem that they have in the world was my fault. Everything that's gone wrong in their life is my fault because I don't know, I guess because I made a video
I
of a
can
dog
blame
butt
you.
talking, or I did a Photoshop and I've ruined their lives.
I can blame you. All right. I'd rather blame Odin. He's much more fun to blame, but
He wants
Clash, come on in.
Clash wants us to show ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah, DDT, it's all my fault. Caroline was going on about something about how I cost her $9,000 or $10,000 because she went and illegally used some government computer and left her name and stuff there for them to track her down, and then posted a video of herself committing the crime online. And
I,
apparently, somehow, that was my fault that she
I,
got caught.
I saw that video of her doing that, and I never saw you in that stream at all. Not even commenting.
I don't even know that I've ever seen the whole video. I've seen maybe screenshots. I've seen screenshots of where they've photoshopped her sitting in front of the computer where she's watching Barb's video and stuff like that. I don't know that I've ever actually watched
She
watched
walked
the video.
all through that building, and there was nobody there. I remember that, and it's like, wow. And then she goes and gets on the computer, not screaming at the computer. What the hell are you doing? I mean, I and then when she was chasing the cop in her car and she's filming while she's driving, she's got the camera in one hand, she's driving like a maniac, and then she runs a red light to catch up with this cop.
I
I quit
remember that
watching.
one.
I quit watching her after that. I'm like, no, this chick does not deserve the support. If she's going to run a red light, put other people in danger just so she can get a picture, no, thank you.
She should be careful doing that because those police are going to pull those videos one day and charge her with all that driving with that phone in her hand. She knows
Oh, I
that's
wish
against
they
the law in
would.
Texas.
I wish they would. Ooh.
And of course, she'll live stream herself doing it for months and months. And when she finally gets caught doing it, she'll blame me, I'm sure, because I noticed it, because I suggested she didn't do it. It's not a smart thing to do. You know, live streaming yourself committing crimes is a bad idea.
Yeah, I suppose. Chase Otters laugh like hell. How you doing? We need more people on my panel, man. Put the word out. Copy and paste the thing and go put it in Johnny's. He's live. Let's go steal some people from him.
Who, Johnny 50?
Yeah.
Oh, we're opposite Johnny 50.
Yeah, he's doing his news of the day.
Clash, it's against the law in Texas, not in Louisiana. I can drive with my phone in my hand everywhere except a school zone. But I know in Texas, when you cross the border, there's a bunch of billboards that tell you can't use your phone there. It's got to
Yeah.
be on hands free or something.
Yeah. Something like that.
What's PPE? Says I
Where?
just got a text from the country. They want everyone to let the country know what PPE everyone has. PPE, personal protective equipment.
Yeah.
I have 2 masks.
Oh, I got a whole bag full of them.
I managed to get 2 from the rice mill.
I bought these months ago. They're just the paper, medical mask thing that they'll stop a fly.
Keep you from eating flies.
Yeah.
If you walk with your mouth open.
Yeah.
That's one good thing. Well, you can always use a screen too. You don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Your county, Taze, your county wants like to take a what is it, an inventory of what everybody has available.
Why do you want to know?
Why do they want to know? Don't answer
Yeah.
any questions. First they come for your masks, then they come for your guns.
Well, all I got's a BB gun.
Well, all I have is 2 masks, so I'll probably just leave them hanging out on the front door for them.
But I got a dog, a lizard, lots of knives to throw. And I got a crossbow. But you'd have to wait and let me dig it out.
Put it all together.
Yeah. Then
Probably buy some new stuff. What do you call the bow part, the string
I
part?
gotta find the bolts and then you gotta stand still and let me shoot it at you.
Well, that's really weird, Taze. That do you live in the United States, if you don't mind my asking? If that doesn't narrow you down too far? Well, you live in a county. I don't know. They might have counties in the UK.
You didn't know about the lemon water tip?
Here's a tip for everyone that goes to a restaurant and orders tea or water with just lemon. Don't get that lemon. Those lemons are usually back there in a bowl when everybody sticks their hands in there to get a lemon to put in that drink. So just stay away from those lemons.
Yeah.
Please, I always say, please don't even put a lemon anywhere near my drink. Thank you very much.
Yeah, when I would go out and eat, I always order straight tea, unsweetened, just tea. And you want a lemon? No, no, don't put a lemon in it. I just like tea.
Yeah, ice cream machines are a big bad source of, food contamination. Those
Lady
things supposed
Metalsmith
to
is
be.
disappointed. Why? I fed Tormin yesterday. He ate 2 chicks. He was all fat and happy yesterday.
Yeah, go to the restaurant with your own lemons if you like lemon. Tay says she is retired, but they asked her to come back. Are you an airplane pilot or a surgeon or a pneumologist? How do you say that word? Pneumologist? I can't think of the word. A lung doctor. Pulmonary something. I don't know.
Well, I know a phrenologist is the guy that studies the bumps on your head.
What's he called?
Phrenologist?
I have some bumps on my head.
Well,
I
you
might need them studied.
better go see a phrenologist then. They do that.
It'd be something to be a doctor that just knew about head bumps, huh?
Yeah.
Taze thought the letter said sexual, but it said essential.
Well, we need some people on here. Need more people.
Thanks, Linda Faulkner, pulmonologist. I was saying to myself yesterday, they had a pulmonologist on, I don't know, like one of the national news or something, talking, somebody from New York or whatever, talking about the virus and stuff. And I thought to myself, I bet those pneumologists are really busy right now, with all the people on, I mean, like even in Louisiana, they have a count of everybody that's on a respirator right now. So every one of those people needs a pneumologist, pulmonologist.
There's Odin.
Odin. What you doing, Odin? What you been doing all day?
Just chilling out, hanging out.
Hanging out at the warehouse? At the Bat Cave?
Hanging out in the Bat Cave, yep.
Oh, Navia's joining us too.
Oh, good God. She's going to yell at me.
Hi, Nevaeh. I want to get another computer. I want to buy a computer that's newer than the one I have, but I don't know if I can afford a brand new Macintosh, but I want a desktop one, like maybe around 2015 or so.
You can always
Hey,
upgrade
how
a
are you?
desktop.
Go to the pawn shop.
Can I upgrade the desktop? I mean, I can put in new hard drives and stuff in that because I know that like the laptops, the MacBooks, there's no way to get in them anymore.
I put
Yeah.
new memory in my desktop, and I got an Apple.
Yeah, you just got to be careful on what you put in it, though. You got to make sure they're compatible.
Okay. I'm going to have to look at that. Hi, RC.
So when you were talking about the C-19, I don't want to say the C word, you know how that works.
I know I was afraid to say it too. I called it the virus.
Cookie.
Somebody mentioned the other night that this was nothing more than a flu, and that flu is a pandemic because so many people die of it every year. So I went and did some research. And the research turns out that this flu season, only 22,000 people have passed away from the flu worldwide, and it is nowhere near the numbers of the death of this C19. So there's no comparison.
Oh, you're talking about Shannon or Shannon or
Shanna,
Thanks, Clash. I sure will.
How come I'm always getting the people all riled up?
You got a gift, Odin.
It's because you're a shit stirrer, Odin.
She was saying stupid shit. I'm like, what? Huh? What?
Who?
Shanna.
I
On
don't know.
that, it was on a stream the other night that Tank was having with Golden Eyes. It was just a hangout kind of chat, and she was up there talking about how these doctors said that the C19 was just a flu or just like the flu, and she cited the article, so I went and looked it up. Then I made her backstep.
Uh,
All those
SA
people that say this is just like the regular flu, I don't know that any of those people have had it.
Ecstasy Press put something out the other day about a doctor there in St. Louis, and he's saying that that treatment that they're using for oh god,
Cookie 19
yeah, no, for the
flu.
with the mosquitoes and shit that they
Limes,
Malaria?
yeah,
malaria.
the malaria
Also
drug.
yellow fever? Yeah, the malaria drug. What is that?
That-
Quinate?
Hi, it's
something.
Quinine and
it's hydroxychloroquine.
yeah, well, quinine and zinc are what the main ingredients that are basically doing the magic stuff.
They use that for typhoid.
Yeah, they use it for a lot of things, but they want to go for the inoculation so all the drug companies can make all this money when apparently this stuff is working. I
Well.
mean, I've heard more than a few doctors say, "Yeah, this stuff works." You know, I mean, even Trump's saying it.
So the article that Shanna cited was an article that was put out by Dr. Fauci. If you guys know who Dr. Fauci is, he's President Trump's little sidekick on the whole virus task force, plus some other doctors. So I went and read the article really quick and came back to her. And I said, they said it was just like the flu. And that's not what it says. I told her what it says is there in terms of mortality, they were making a comparison, not in terms of the virus itself. And she said, "Oh, that's what I said." I said, "No, you did not." And I had to backstep her because she backed out of everything I called her out on. She's just a conspiracy theorist, basically.
She believes in the planes putting out chemicals when they go flying over you. Contrails.
Yeah, the chemtrails are supposedly what's making us sick. Like
Oh,
the 5G is
fuck's
making us
sakes.
sick. Yeah.
And they got
It's-
mole people digging tunnels.
Well, who was it that was talking about the tunnels? Was it her?
Tammy Lili and 5 Speed and a bunch of other people.
Oh, yeah, it was 5 Speed talking about the tunnels from city to city, and you can get from New York to California in 55 minutes.
Well, see now, people like Beware Mouse, we need to get him out of the community. He has no business in this community whatsoever. Oh, it just makes me sick.
Well, Mouse has not been sick, evidently, with this virus because bronchitis is bad, okay? And people with COPD lean towards a pneumonia when they get a cold and bronchitis. So you would think that this particular virus, being so much worse, is nothing like the common cold. Nothing.
If he
And
had, if he had the cookie, he would be in the hospital right now.
and it's got the potato head going on today.
So
Can
imagine,
Can you hear me, Sasquatch?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Sorry, Nevaeh. Go ahead.
no worries. So imagine somebody spraying lacquer all over the surface of the inside of your lungs. You would suffocate to death, and that's what this virus does.
Oh yeah, it fills your alveoli. I think that's what they're called.
Eoli?
Yeah, the little
Yeah. Well, it's
the little
just
things in your lungs that
right.
transfer the
It doesn't just
and well, it fills them up with pus
well, it
because
doesn't
all your
just
white blood cells are going
yeah.
there to.
It doesn't just coat them though. It hardens. On top of that, it hardens and forms a crust.
Well, yeah, it makes basically a scab over the top because that's the white blood cells' job is to
Thank you, Miss Jo.
do that.
Alveoli. You corrected me.
I come over here to see if you guys have any Kool-Aid.
What flavor?
Drinkers.
I like green Kool-Aid.
I got coffee.
I'm
I
going
like
to pour a coffee.
I made yesterday. It's nice and cold. Good stuff. Annabelle.
That's a big dog.
Yeah, she's a 100-pounder.
How's Teresa tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm eating a burger right now.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
burger. Vital Organ, welcome.
Hey guys, what's up?
Holy shit, Vital's on the panel.
Michael, you came wearing your Tammy Lynn outfit.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I like it better on you.
You should have the female version of that, though.
For Lin Lin. Or Lai Lai. Tutu Lai Lai. Did you watch that one video where he's spazzing out? Oh my god, Tutu Lai Lai. That's why
I
I
saw
give it
that,
to you.
Odin. The very beginning of that video.
Adventures with Peachy Rider. Hello. Oh, he left.
We miss you already, Vital.
Might have crashed.
Is that the real Holly Weir? She's not
Yeah,
gonna.
that's my girlfriend on there. Hey, Holly.
Sorry.
She's not gonna pull any of that shit she was pulling in Discord, is she?
Oh, says something, then deletes it, afraid of her free speech type thing.
Yeah, she pulls that. I'll just 86 her out of here. Solves it real quick.
So how about Anon's a potato?
That's awesome.
That's why I want a new computer, really. The only reason I want a more modern computer. Mine won't do that.
You want to do SnapCam, do you?
I need, I think, 10 on the whatever the iOS is here, and I don't go up that high.
Yeah, it works on my little glorified tablet. I call it a glorified tablet. It's just a low-end laptop. My traveling PC because my towers aren't. Yeah, and it works, I guess. I haven't tried to stream with it yet, though.
Well, I tried to download it, and it said I didn't have an iOS that was modern enough. Otherwise, I'd be a potato.
I think it's 10 something, 10.1 or newer.
Yeah, I think it's 10.1.
Well, mine could do it.
When I tried to put it on this computer, it said I needed 10.1, and then I tried to put 10.1 on the computer, and it said my computer was too old. So it's bad. It's 2013, I believe.
That is good coffee.
You sending me over a piece of lemon cake, Nevaeh?
I'm afraid it would probably be moldy by the time it got there. But the fish dance is finished finally.
Well, what's everybody doing for isolation?
Staying
Vital,
inside.
Vital, what have you been doing for isolation?
Well, I was furloughed last week, and I'm working this week, but I'm working from home, and then I'm furloughed again next week. So yeah, good times.
So you get to wear your mask every day
Yeah.
Nice.
for another week, 2 weeks.
Well, for the rest of this week and then next week.
Well, that's nice. I know you enjoy wearing it.
And then they're gonna make you go back to work full time, or
Well, that's the plan. Yeah, I think they'll probably let us work from home if we can, for till things cool down. But well, it's rough.
I would
Wish
like
I could-
every. Go ahead, Odin.
I wish I could work from home.
I would like everybody to gander a guess about how long this is actually going to go on to where things will return to quote unquote normal, whatever that actually is. Meaning when people get to go back to work and go out without worrying about it and go to the store and do their shopping without staying 6 feet away from their.
well,
Yeah, they were
being able to
talking.
go to the store and get what you need.
They were talking about it on, I guess maybe it was the press conference yesterday, the president's virus conference, and they were saying, restarting the economy, like, whatever. That the whole thing is going to revolve around restarting the economy. And I was talking to my husband, and I was like, "What do you mean restart the economy? Just let us all go back outside of our houses again? What do you mean? Oh, we gotta restart the economy." I'm not exactly sure what that means. I guess maybe funding people that have been closed for 2 months or a month, or I'm not really sure what that means. To restart the economy.
From the looks of the presser that they had and the extra amount of money, which was what 250 million or something, and that was for the businesses to keep them afloat while they're not operating. So to restart the economy would be to make sure that they have the ways and means to get back up and running when it's time. But that doesn't really give us an estimate of what is the time.
I have to agree with Slacker. The way of life we were used to is gone.
Are we looking at 2 months, 4 months, 6 months?
Hi, Wilma.
I say another month.
At least, or
The end,
no,
the end
two.
of this month, and then they'll start. I mean, if we get a serious drop in the amount of new patients, I think it'll be even sooner.
Okay, so you think that this current flat line is going to stay flat? Or do you think it's going to drop? Or do you think it's going to re-peak?
I think it's going to drop, and then things will start to get going again. As far as the economy, people going out and not hoarding everything, and
So, in terms of the C-19, when people start getting out and about again and going back into the world and mixing with one another and becoming social again, you don't think this is going to take another leap and cases start going back up again?
it might, but then it'll expose people to it, and maybe our immune system's a little bit stronger than what they're all saying. I mean, maybe not. I mean, if people are start taking the drugs, and it's supposedly that they're making millions and millions of these. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not a medical person, that's for sure.
Well, I'm one of those people who doesn't take medicine unless I'm sick. Even when I am sick, I don't take it. So what's that mean for me?
I believe the economy is going to bounce back because there's people at home fucking buying shit that they don't need.
Well, I mean, I went for years without going to the doctor. I'd rarely take an aspirin because I never got sick. I guess it's from eating dirt when I was a kid. I mean, these days, parents, my God, they get their hands dirty. They've got a full-on decontamination team going instead of letting the kid ingest some of this stuff and build their immune system. I mean,
Don't you think that immunities went down when kids started staying inside and playing video games and watching so much TV and playing on their phones rather than getting outside in the fresh air and playing in nature?
absolutely. And the helicopter parents and
You know what Sweden's doing? Nothing.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, Sweden's not quarantining anybody. They're not doing nothing. Just go about your business and treating it as regular influenza. That's it.
So they're talking in the chat about Patrick's channel is apparently got suspended or something today.
Now, could he have deleted it?
no, it got taken down.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Doesn't really hurt my feelings. I mean, I'd rather heard that he got tased, but his channel being taken down, that's fine too.
Looks like an early Christmas gift, Sass.
Well, he had started another channel or something though. Is that one also down, Miss Joe?
Well, he hijacked Selena's, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he changed the name of it too.
Well, of course he did.
Well,
I feel sorry for her. In a way.
it's a YouTube violation to make another channel just to avoid a suspension.
You'd think it would be.
People do it all the time.
Everybody does it.
Vital, are you back?
I am back. I was really never gone. But I thought I was gone.
Am I
I'm still
walking?
moving.
No. Well, why are the buildings moving towards me?
How's that lizard of yours, Sasquatch?
Yeah, I would, Clash. I'd love to see Patty get tased.
I think a lot of people would.
I don't know what happens to your money if you get suspended in the middle of the month. I don't know if they give you the money. I don't think they even give you the money that you made that month. I don't know that for sure. I've never had that happen to me.
I'm
But I
wondering.
wonder.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the same thing. Wouldn't they just kind of give the suspension date that as the cutoff date and give you anything up to that point and then resume it when you are unsuspended?
I think they just give you your super chats and all the ad money and all that goes away. I don't know.
Wow.
Have to talk to Dingo or Ben.
Well, I'm not monetized and probably never will be, and I'm not concerned about it.
Yeah, I'm not monetized either. What do you know about it, Anon?
I don't know much. I see Alex put it's suspended in the chat for terms of service. So whether it's going to stay down, I'm not sure. But that's what she put in chat.
Could be one of those 7-day things people talk about getting.
Some of them are longer than 7 days.
I remember you asking that, Clash.
Hey, Teresa, I'm sprouting ready for the ground.
I have some turnips in the fridge.
You can sell a channel?
I think you
Wow.
can, yeah.
Not legally.
Sure you can.
Well,
No,
no,
you can sell
because
them.
you can sell the channel name. You can't actually sell the channel because the channel, thinking about it, actually belongs to YouTube. So you can sell the channel name, but not the channel itself.
Oh.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. YouTube owns the channel? And
YouTube.
they pay you for the content you put on YouTube's channel.
Well, they actually get paid for the content, and then they give you a cut.
Yeah, they pay you for basically your work.
Right. Because they get the ad money, right? Because they're running ads, they get money from the ads, they give you a cut. Your super chats, they get a cut of, like 30%.
Clutch said he got 26,000 for it.
For the channel
Thanks,
name.
DDT.
Yeah, the name is the brand, or whenever you start a YouTube channel, it's the name of it is the brand.
Exactly. But the channel itself still belongs to YouTube, so the channel itself can't be sold. Only the brand, basically, what Teresa said.
Well, he's probably doing better off for doing it.
Yeah, and then you can go turn around and start up another brand, but you can never use that name again.
Well, Ben was caught up too much in all the little things all the little minutia that he was way too stressed out. We let it get to him. So that's my thoughts.
Did anyone catch his last video that he made before he left YouTube?
I thought I saw him in Discord.
Patrick could actually make more money if he did comedy videos instead of his frauding videos.
Oh, I don't think he's that funny.
He can be.
He'd have to develop an audience.
Ooh, Taze, you're living dangerously, buddy.
He'd have to develop a brain first.
And no, they don't taste like chicken.
Are you
Never heard
raising
it.
him until he gets big enough to barbecue?
Well, you weren't supposed to say that, Teresa.
You have your headphones on, huh? He didn't hear, did he?
He's getting there. He's a little over a meter long now.
He's got a little ways to go yet. They grow slower as they get older, but they'll still reach their peak. He's how old? A little over a year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
year and a half.
Wait till he's 5.
Oh yeah, then he'll be 4 or 5 feet long by then.
Exactly, and he won't be able to handle them either unless
Oh
he's
yeah, well,
unless he's really used to being handled now. But once the males get to a certain age, they kind of get, they get a little
yeah,
funny.
they turn into teenagers. They turn into teenagers.
Holly gave Vital a complex.
Really?
Holly.
You should have told me. I'd rather have Vital Organ on here than Ollie.
So I heard Mitchell Crooks was back around on the
Oh
Discord.
God, that guy's a moron.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What name did he go by?
Nader,
Oh,
Darth Nader, or Narth Dater, or something like that.
yeah. Garth Nader.
He's not a fan of Lou's.
Not a fan of Tom Zebra neither.
No, he has fallen out with lots of people that
And
he.
then he got Onus News into it somehow. I mean,
Yeah,
Onus.
he's had his trouble. I don't know if the people that are watching know who Mitchell Crooks is, but he recorded a very famous video in Compton that gets used on a lot of TV shows and things like that. He's one of the original people to catch some explosive video footage of police officers abusing people. And he was on the Montel Williams show or something related to it, to the video that he captured. And that's been like, what, in the 90s or something that he did that?
Yeah.
So here's a query. The quote unquote auditors that go out and film the police, why don't they have more videos of good interactions? Don't tell me clicks and views, because I know those videos exist. I know they do. Not every interaction is a bad interaction. So why aren't they depicting the ones where they have good interaction for the people to see that there are good police officers as well?
I got one up.
I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about.
Because
I
it
mean-
doesn't bring the views in, doesn't bring the clicks in. People want drama.
I just told you I didn't want to hear that as a reason.
Well, it's the reason.
Well, that's a shame. And because
I mean, they're out there.
I know they
I
are. I've had actually more good interactions with police than I have had bad ones.
But see, I'm
And-
not. A lot of these guys, they become the show. They become the story. Like Patty and Furry and all these other guys, they become the show instead of just filming what's going on.
Well, then they need to stop calling themselves auditors, because auditors don't interject themselves in the situation.
I
Well-
agree.
Well, Furry did something smart today. Finally came out about against news now rapists.
All that.
I
So-
see she made it private even too. I went back to look at it and it's made private.
She made it private. Why?
I don't know, but it's
Thank God for that, Holly.
it's private now.
She probably got too much backslack.
No,
Maybe she was
CC
concerned about it getting taken down with a privacy complaint or something like that.
CCW is not going to court yet because they got the court shut down.
But Furry didn't present anything in regards to privacy issues. There was nothing private on the video. It was all Furry talking about a subject. So how would
Yeah,
she
but
be-
you two have terms of service with regards to privacy. And so if you use someone's full name and a picture of them, something that clearly identifies them, and they find that that person is not a public figure, then they'll strike you for it. It's a TOS violation.
Did she do that in that video? I didn't see that.
Well, I would say the public figure, but clearly his full name and his date of birth was on, on some of the documents that I could see. So
Yeah, but were the documents in the video itself or just linked?
yes,
in?
ma'am. No, they were
Okay.
in the video. Yeah.
I was multitasking.
Hey, Nevaeh, I'm in your fish tank.
No, Holly, I didn't say Earl struck furry. They said that the video is private now, and I'm suggesting that that may be the reason why, because Earl is really good about copyright striking and privacy striking. Every video that I've ever put up about him, he's hit with some sort of complaint. I've only had one of them removed, but he's hit every one of them. So
And no, that's not my fish tank. I don't have tiger barbs. They're very unruly fish. Go ahead.
News Now Houston's so in it for the movement and free speech, he strikes people for free speech.
Yeah.
he's one of the worst out there.
What a hypocrite that piece of shit is. Yeah, he striked one of my videos.
He's not the
Probably
only one.
the same one of mine. The same one, the same one that got struck from mine.
I mean, he's not the only one that does that preaches free speech and blah, blah, blah. And then they'll turn right around and say, but you can't say that.
I used to, I used to listen to that kind of mentality about, well, they're just words, it's free speech, blah, blah, blah. But I've had so many people on the internet think that, because I didn't make a complaint or whatever, that they could just continue to push it further and then start, threatening me and then driving through my town. So now I file complaints against every freaking one of them. Every one of them that I can see violate the TOS, I file a complaint against it.
Holly, none of your comments have been removed that I can see. And if they are, I'll handle it.
And you know what? If people don't like that, they can go fuck themselves with a dirty spoon in
Amen.
the neck.
Amen.
That's wicked. But I'm right along with you there, Teresa. There is a line. There is a line. I mean, there are certain things that are not considered protected speech, so they're not free. You're not free to use them. If you're speaking against another person that's not a government official, just to harass them and harangue them, thinking that it's free speech, because it's not.
Fighting words.
Fighting words are not protected speech.
Yeah, but if you're advocating for free speech, then you should allow it. See,
Oh, yeah.
like, yeah,
If it's-
perfect case and example is I don't really like Holly, but she's still in here, and if somebody removed what she said, well, I'll remove the person that removed that.
Right.
Because I don't advocate that. Now, if you're doxing, you're racist, bastard, or
Yeah,
you're causing shit, well, then I'm going to get rid of you.
But, okay. So there's a difference between free speech, which is protected speech, and something that isn't. Threats of bodily harm, threats of death, the fighting words, like Odin says. There's things that do not fall under the category of protected speech. You can't call them free speech if they're not falling into the category of protected speech.
Well, Holly, go ahead and say it again. You're more than welcome to. Because I didn't see anything removed.
She's probably trying to do a retard troll again.
It might have been one of those comments that was up for review by YouTube and not approved. That's not removed. That's just inaction.
Or Google mod probably removed it, but he would still be able to see it.
No,
Yeah.
no. My mods are awesome.
No, I'm saying Google mod.
Amen, Slacker.
Slacker, you should come up on panel, man.
There's some people out there that think you can just say whatever you want about somebody and then right afterwards say, in my opinion, and that'll work for the YouTubes. And I was going to say that I think, if I have to be on my toes constantly in avoidance of people striking and, complaining about something on one of my videos, then I would suggest that the best way for everyone else is to follow the terms of service like I have to do, That's the
Yeah.
way you keep from getting copyright strike. That's the way you keep from getting struck. The only copyright strike I've ever gotten, the only strike I've ever gotten, I knew I was going to get it, but I took that chance. And
Well,
it was worth it.
it's YouTube's forum, therefore it's YouTube's rules. I mean, they say it right. If you actually read the the thing when you sign up for your channel, like most of us probably don't. I try and follow the terms of service as best as I can.
Well, whenever, especially when you're using other people's, like reporting the news or like trying to summarize something that belongs to someone else, it has to be something that's different. So if you're taking, you really need to know what you're doing. If you're, trying to regurgitate someone else's information into your own form, if you know what I mean.
That's dissecting and commenting on.
Well, felon and rapist can be said here.
I don't know if I think the Googles automatically filter the word rapist in the chat.
I never spell it out.
Well, usually it says show or hide.
That's what it'll filter it to, a show or hide or whatever.
I've said rapist and it allowed it to go through.
Maybe if you're a mod.
Well, go ahead. Write it one more time there, Holly. We'll see. Or anybody, just own up to the fact that you wrote it. Just now? Do it again.
Yeah, that's YouTube that filters those words.
Yeah, it has to be either shown or hidden by a mod. If it's not actioned, then it'll never show up.
I mean,
There you go. I just put it in. Did it filter it?
It filtered
Yeah.
it.
Now it didn't filter through StreamYard in the private chat if you guys look.
The StreamYard is not YouTube.
No, I'm just saying it doesn't filter through StreamYard. I never said it was YouTube.
well, that was private chat too there, Anna.
Yeah, that's true too.
Rapists and felons.
Yeah, it's not showing up in the chat, Alex.
Done with
Freaks.
freaks.
Done with Freaks was able to do it.
Yep.
He put the S on the end. I bet you that's a difference.
Hi, Alex.
Yeah, if I have to write something like that, I never spell it all the way out. I put stars. I put asterisks in there.
Asterisk.
It removes Earl as a felon rapist. And it wants it just the word rapists. Alex typed in that went to the show hide. So Holly, it wasn't us that did it. It was YouTube. You can blame them.
YouTube. Yeah, they filter some words out. I've found that. I found that out on my own that the word rapist gets filtered. I must use it a lot, huh?
Yeah.
I must
Well,
have typed it in a lot of chats.
It's true though. I mean,
It's not slander.
The paperwork says there it is. Just like Mouse, he pled guilty to raping that girl. I mean,
He pled guilty to it and he's been lying about it ever since.
That's not really owning up to what you did, Mouse.
Exactly.
If you're watching,
well, there's all those other things that have nothing to do with the fact that he pled guilty that fix that.
you know, Mouse, people screw up and then they take responsibility for it and they move forward. They don't
I
keep.
don't think Mouse is in here anyways.
Yeah, he might be. He might be.
He does lurk sometimes on some channels.
Well, actually, I think I got him blocked.
Oh, well, then he won't be. Well, he still could be in here.
Yeah, under a.
I mean, you could actually go to somebody's channel and watch it. You just can't make comments.
But yeah, just thinking about that makes me ill. I want to go tear his head off, but I'm not gonna.
It wouldn't solve anything. It wouldn't change anything.
That's why I just blocked him, and I got my pleasure that way. Man,
So,
if I could get my Sasquatch head to do that, man, that would be sweet.
do we have a count on the conspiracy theories of the current crisis? Or have we lost count? There's so many.
Oh, there's so many. It's hard to keep count.
Louisiana's at 17,000. Let me give you the stats. 17,030 cases reported, 652 deaths, 63 of 64 parishes that have an infection. They've completed 4,766 tests by the state lab and 76,000 by a commercial lab. So, oh, and it tells us that there are 490 of the 1,983 patients that are in the hospital that are on ventilators. Oh, what is that? What is that, Anon?
It's a cat.
That's,
Now my face, I typed in Sasquatch and this is what I got.
Huh?
Cookie is letting me know she's up from her nap. That's what she does when she wakes up.
Give me food, damn it.
No, it's not about eating. She just announces herself for some reason. She does it every time she gets up from a nap.
Wow. That's like cool and weird.
And she does it all the way to my feet and then she gets quiet.
Wow.
It's a cat, Taze.
Yeah, it's a cat. What?
Oh, that's a pretty good Sasquatch.
That one's pretty close, hey Sasquatch?
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
It kind of looks like a Neanderthal.
Hey, Sas, that kind of looks like you.
I like
It
the picture
does.
you used, Sasquatch, for the thumbnail of this video.
Yeah, that was pretty good. The old footage of Bigfoot.
Remember how we used to, like when we first got to see that footage, they'd show it for like a couple of seconds on the TV and then that was it. That's all you got to see.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that there wasn't much more to it than that, because then it gets all shaky because he's getting off his horse and. But yeah, that's every time it was on, I was glued to the screen.
Yeah, me too.
And that was before they had the high definition TVs. They had them
Yeah,
old tube fuckers.
it's like, that's not fake. There's no way. That is not fake. That is totally a Sasquatch.
It's my brother from another mother. Oh, you had the parade.
Is Slacker still in the channel? Your channel?
Sure he is.
Come on up, Southside. We talk about News Now OKC and his retardedness again.
I
Lindsay,
hope, Miss Joe, I hope that means the fire's out. We're
I thought-
buffering. It says we're
I thought
buffering.
she was thinking. Have you
Lindsay
seen
says
those?
Lindsay says we're buffering. I'm gonna look
Oh.
on my end. Hang on.
I don't know how to fix that.
We're not buffering, or which show? Let me see. No, not buffering here.
It's got to be on her end.
She's probably buffering.
I looked into it for you, Lindsay. I'm sorry I interrupted with that. Go ahead.
That's okay.
Hey, that's an improvement, Anon.
Are those teeth?
Now it's Penny Wise off of It.
I never saw that movie.
The newer one wasn't too bad. Followed the original pretty close.
Movie that got me was Phantasm.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that.
A kid had to open up. If it was a door or a cupboard and it was closed, the kid had to open it. It's like, dude, don't open things, run.
Yeah.
That movie freaked me out more than any other one. Ooh, Texas Sheepdog's going for a stroll in the park.
What about the subsequent Phantasm? Phantasm 2, 3, 4?
I didn't watch those. The original was the best.
Well, how do you know if you didn't watch the other ones?
Oh, they're Second Amendment in the park.
Someone in the chat wanted to see Chucky, so I decided to put Chucky on.
There's a guy I worked with when I was doing the grinding. He was a water truck driver for us, but he had Chucky. He had the Bride of Chucky as dolls that he always carried with him. I was just like,
That's pretty
wow. I mean,
Good night, Holly.
good night, Holly.
Anon, do you have the Munchkins?
Let me have a look. I'll write the Munchkins.
Yeah, Munchkin from the Wizard of Oz.
Miss Joe, you should have turned the water hose on him. Tease.
Well, what else do we have to talk about tonight?
I don't know. I've gone through everything I wanted to talk about.
Oh, that's cool. It's the scarecrow.
Oh yeah, who was the scarecrow in that video? That
Oh,
somebody was supposed
neat.
The Cowardly Lion.
Hey, that's me.
That's right. That's Odin and the Wicked Witch. Let me see if I can share my screen on this. Ah,
The
that's
flying
the wizard.
monkey.
That's the
You know-
wizard.
You don't have the flying monkeys?
No, I'll tell you, some of them are hard to get. You really got to do some looking to actually pinpoint what you want.
That one's actually better.
It's kind of Lawnmower Man-ish.
That actually was a good movie.
How about Max Headroom?
Oh, Max Headroom. I remember when he came out. That was awesome.
I love that show.
Here, Odin, I'm the Great Wizard. Ah, look, see.
Well, it seems like we're dying off here. So I'm going to call it. I got to cook me some dinner anywho.
We made it an hour and 17 minutes.
Yes, we did.
Been enjoyable.
Wasn't the most exciting one, but hey,
I thought it was an awesome stream.
it was pretty hot.
Thanks for
Doesn't have-
Sasquatch.
Yes, thank you so much. It doesn't have to be a train wreck to be good.
We was
Yeah.
following. We're on the opposite end of Johnny 5-0, so we're competing with what? We're pulling 800 people.
Yeah, he's probably got 800 people in this. Well, and Texas Sheepdog just put a video up too.
That's as close as I can get to the flying monkey.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'll
Later.
see you
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye,
Thanks for
everybody.
hopping in.
Good night, everybody in the chat.
Good night, everybody in the chat.
Yeah. See
You
ya.
got
Yep.
Lou? Wow. The flying monkey, Lou. Later, guys.
Okay, bye.